Okay, we are going to be talking about the signature assignment, which is going to be due. I will have to give you the due date later, but we are going to push the due date back that is on the calendar. So don't worry about that. Don't stress about it. I'll probably make it due probably the end of October or maybe somewhere in the first or second week of November. So don't stress about the date at this point. Just don't wait till the last minute to get it done. All right. So if you go to your Canvas classroom, you'll see the page that's here like what you see now. You're going to go above the picture where it says coursework, and you're going to click there. And you will notice over here on the right, it says signature assignment. So we'll click on the signature assignment, and then it gives you the instructions. Okay. It says our founding fathers created a system of government that relies on representative democracy. Of course, we call that a republic, as well as representative democracy. Many American voters do not understand exactly what our representatives do. So we're going to use the interactive learning module link, which you can access here. We'll come back to that in a minute, to work and there's three different things you're going to do. You're going to look at how a member decides to vote, public criticisms of Congress, and the dynamic legislative process learning modules. You're going to use those three for this project, for this paper. Okay. Using the material presented in each learning module, write a page or more on what you learned in each module. And there's specific information you need to give. More information on what to include in each module in your essay is below. So here's how you can access that information. If you click the link here, now I know somebody, at least one person, had tried to click the link and it wasn't working, but I have updated the link, so now it works. So if you click the link here, it will open up a new page, and it's the Indiana University Center on Representative Government. The modules, and they're updating their page, but you can still access the modules. The modules are right here. I'm pointing at it like y'all can see me doing that. The modules are right here. One of them is how a member decides to vote. Another one is the importance of civic participation. I believe that was the name of one of them. No, public criticisms of Congress. What's wrong with me? The dynamic legislative process, I know, was that one, and then public criticisms of Congress. So those are the three modules that you are going to work through and you're going to answer. Okay. You can also access each module. I'm not going to click on it because it'll take you straight to the video, which will start, and then I don't want to do that. But you can click on each of the modules to get to the actual module itself if you'd rather access it that way. So under each module that you do, here's what you're going to be what I'm going to be looking for in your paper. How a member decides to vote. In this module, you need to report your experiences as you participated in the activity because it's interactive. Be specific. Please pay attention to that. Be specific. Describe the different viewpoints presented regarding the issue of the flag amendment that is presented in the module and report what you thought about those viewpoints. Be specific. You notice that keeps coming up. For example, your paper should report who said what and why. So there will be people giving various opinions on the issue. Report on each one of those. If you report on each one of those and tell us basically what they said and why they said it, as well as your opinion of it, you should be okay. Your paper should also contain several sentences of analysis regarding each who said what and why presented in the module. So you will need to say about what each person said, why, and analyze it. Okay, just give a few sentences of analysis on each one. And then you're going to talk about how you voted and why you voted that way, what viewpoints influenced you and why they influenced you. What did you learn about the process? Did the activity cause you to become more concerned about the viewpoints of others? Do you have any comments about the process? If you will just answer these questions with detail, you're going to have more than enough information in the paper. The second module is public criticisms of Congress. Describe the different criticisms of Congress presented during the activity. Analyze each criticism, each one, not just summarize, but each one, and report your viewpoint regarding the criticism. Again, be specific. If you're not specific, you're not going to get a good grade. Each viewpoint presented must be reported along with your viewpoint regarding the criticism. Please don't fail to do that. And then the third module is the dynamic legislative process. You're going to compare the textbook version of how a bill becomes a law to the dynamic legislative process presented in the module. You can find that in the textbook. You can just ask me later and I'll show you. There's a chart. I can't remember where the chart is right off the top of my head, but it's there. Note, in order to do a good job on this assignment, You should easily have 3 to 5 pages, but it can be more. If you answer all those questions with specific details, you'll have at least that, if not more. Be specific and elaborate on the answers to the above questions. Put your information into your own words. Think. Writing tip. Always assume that your audience knows nothing about the issue. When I grade it, I'm going to pretend like I'm completely ignorant on the subject and you are teaching me something. So if you assume that I know things, you're going to be making a mistake. A common mistake students make is leaving out critical information that they have learned because they know that the instructor already knows the information. However, an instructor cannot give credit for knowledge that is absent from the essay. I can't assume you know it just because if you leave it out. So you have to put it there. Your writing should be the evidence that you have the information and have assimilated it into knowledge. Always write as though the instructor were an ignorant fool that you were attempting to educate about the issue. Now, here are the requirements of the paper. You know, I don't care for MLA, but that's what we're going to do because it's what you're familiar with, and I don't have time to teach you the form I prefer. So you're going to write it in MLA format. If you do not know how to write MLA format, there are tons of resources online that you can access to find out how to do that. And you also have an English teacher that you can consult about that. Please don't come ask me because I'll just point you to the website. So please don't forget to do MLA format. It needs to be written in Times New Roman 12-point font, double spaced. Okay. This can be done on a Google Doc and submitted that way. Okay. It needs to be a minimum of 3 pages. Please use the correct format, Times New Roman 12-point font, double spaced. You must submit the finished paper through Canvas when you hit the next button below. I will not accept an email version or hard copy. Submit it as required. No hard copies will be taken. Okay. Spell and grammar check your paper. This is a college level class. If you don't capitalize proper nouns, I'm going to have a really hard time giving you a grade that is very good. Okay. That seems to be a problem that a lot of students are having. Have someone proofread your paper if you don't know for sure whether you did it right or not. Okay. Make sure your punctuation is good and correct. Please take care of business on that end. That is something, that is stuff you should know how to do and should have known how to do for many, many years by now. I will not be looking kindly upon papers that are misspelled, have bad punctuation, or bad grammar, okay? If you get it to me soon enough before the due date, and don't give it to me the week before it's due, the week that it is due, needs to be more than that, then I might have time to proofread it myself. But find somebody that can proofread it and help you get it correct. Do not submit a terrible paper to me, okay? At least terrible in the sense of spelling and grammar and punctuation, okay? Now, when you're ready to do it, you're going to click Next down here, and you're going to, this gives you information about plagiarism and all that. I'll let you read that on your own. But remember, plagiarizing is to steal and pass off the ideas or words of another as one's own, to use another's production without crediting the source, to commit literary theft, or to present as new and original an idea or product derived from an existing source. In other words, if you quote something, cite it. If you paraphrase something, cite it. If you give information that is not common knowledge, you need to cite where you got that information. I'll give you an example from history. Most everybody knows that the Louisiana Purchase was in 1803. You would not have to cite that. But most people don't know how much was paid for the Louisiana Purchase or how much it was per acre. So if you put that, you would need to cite that. That is not common knowledge, okay? Do not steal anyone's ideas without giving them source credit. Then you wouldn't be stealing, okay? You'll click Next, and here's where you're going to submit it. I don't think I can submit it and show you exactly everything, but you'll upload the file here where it'll give you a place. Again, I don't have access to that right now. But anyway, if you have any questions, please ask me early on. Do not wait till the last minute to get this done. It will not help your score out any at all to wait till the last minute. This is not hard to do. It just takes time, okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a good day.